And documentary producer Napo Masheane has had a very productive year, which has seen her stage a few productions on different stages here at home. Her two-part documentary series was aired on SABC 2 recently, and she's still among the country's most revered poets, and her voice as a social commentator is also on the rise. More than climbing the artistic ladder, Masheane is forever determined to tell stories for, about and through women and children, and her latest play titled A New Song opens on the 28th of October at the Market Theatre is no different, as it tells the story of 9 Johannesburg-based domestic workers. While you still take that all in, get this too. Next Sunday, a play written by Masheane titled Mama, the Storm is Outside will be performed by Chiwatel Ejiofor and directed by Danny Boyle at the Royal Court Theatre in London. She joins us now to tell us more about these latest developments. Phew, you're busy, eh? It's
just too much.
How would you describe 2015 for Napo?
I think it has been an amazing year. I think this is one of my best years in my career. A lot of affirmation and a lot of just so many things happening, especially in terms of theatre. So I'm very proud of myself. And it hasn't ended yet.
Yes.
So I'm still hopeful that more will come.
How did the news of Mama, the Storm is Outside being selected, how did this news land, and how did you find out?
Of course, I became a typical Sotho girl. I went under the table, I jumped, I was like, yo, I never. But it's been a beautiful, just like a beautiful affirmation, and of course a huge, confidence booster to my writing. And as a member of Playwright, which is a movement of contemporary South African playwrights, I mean, it's just like a big up for all of us. I mean, I'm excited. Sometimes it doesn't hit me yet, but I'm happy. I'm just sad that I'm not going to be able to watch it until after. But I'm happy.
What is the play about?
A play is about a young boy from Gamulutsi, a village in Viljoenspoort. It's a young boy who is sick and had to walk about 30 kilometers to his grandmother's house to get checked there, go to the clinic. And there was a lot of storm, it was rainy, and this child ends up having a conversation with a ghost friend. And they have this whole conversation about the current issues that are affecting young people around the country, the sanitation, young kids falling into a toilet pit, latex books. So he ends up having this whole conversation with the ghost. And you only realize at the end of the monologue that he has been having a conversation with the government to say, now I'm doing my part. I'm passing at school. I come home before dark. I'm respectful of my elders. You need to do more for me.
What does this mean to have your work being performed internationally?
I think for me it shows that when you tell stories that are authentic, that are honest, and writing from a sincere place, that your stories become a global stories, that you can get inspiration from a village in Kwakwa or in Mafikeng, but once somebody outside the country reads and connects with your story and the experiences of your characters, that it becomes a global story. So finally, as South Africans, we're reclaiming our stories, we're celebrating our stories, and they're reaching international stages. That's good.
A new song. I'm excited about that. Let's talk about a new song.
A new song, obviously, a story of 9 domestic workers inspired by my 2 grandmothers who were domestic workers in the 50s. Amazing cast, amazing music in it, and first time at the Market Theatre you have a black female director directing a play. So that's also a huge plus for me. So it's really a story of South African women coming from ordinary voices, and it's something that I normally do. I'm very happy that finally, we're getting a huge recognition and huge affirmation again for South African women's stories.
Why is a new song worth seeing?
Well, I've been writing it for 3 years, so I'm probably on my 8th draft. But it's history in the making. It's something that I don't think audiences would want to miss. And again, like I said, it's the first time at the Market Theatre there's a black woman playwright and director telling a story. So it's really historic. Tickets are selling very fast. I must say that, very proud. But also amazing musical sense in it. It's a political play, very well written. I think one of the best plays I've ever written in my life. So it's a show not to be missed, definitely.
And all these hats that you wear, how do they complement each other? And when you're sitting at home, you're like, okay, Napo, you've had a day like this. how do they all marry into each other?
I think it's what Dr. John Kani once said, that there's a reason why it's called show business. I'm already a show, so I'm already a creative being. I'm already wearing all these hats, but I must always focus on a longer word, business.
Yeah.
So that's where the producing comes in. That's where the marketing, the branding comes in. So I always, make a decision that Napo the creative is a product. So whatever I do and I put on stage, at the end of the day, it has to sell. And I think that's one of the most biggest things I've learned this year, that you are a product and then you need to sell every artistic and creativity that you make.
Equally. Napo, thank you so much for talking to us.
So
proud of you. Well, next Saturday, 12 years, a slave actor, Chiwatel Ejiofor, will perform on the Royal Court stage in London, relating a piece penned by our very own Napo Masheane titled Mama, the Storm is Outside. A new song, which is another work by the poet and thespian, will be on at the Market Theatre from the 28th of October. www.markettheatre.co.za for more information. Let's take a break. Stay with us.